Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Southdown Garage. This time we're fixing what happened to the car last year. What we're doing today is we're trying to get a little bit of motivation. I've done a lot of videos for my car and I haven't had a lot of time to edit them and put them up. So I just want to bring you guys up to speed on how the car is, so that you guys can see how much fun the car is now to what it used to be. I'm a little bit ways off on getting the season 2 finished. So this is jumping forward a couple of years, actually, worth of footage to where the car is now. So what we're gonna do is we've got 1 week to get this car ready to take it out to Mission. Mission has finally opened its doors in BC here to allow us to have somewhere local and fun and safe to drift. So that's what we're doing this week. It's going to be jam-packed with getting stuff done. Now you're seeing a finished product behind me, but we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get our hands dirty and we're gonna get this car up and going, because there's a few minor issues I had. And then, so yeah, let's get to it. Balls! Welcome to season 2 of Ballin on a Budget. Drift car build. If you guys like carnage, you'll probably see some.
Hater V8, bro.
So you see that we have the no hood, no bumper. Why is that? I'm going to show you. This piece is mounted to here. You had your bolts that held this part of the bumper on. But what we're going to do today is shave some unnecessary weight. So we're going to use the backing plate, reuse the backing plate here. And we're going to try to cut this up. Now, it's going to be easier if I do this with it off the car. Enough talking, I guess. I'll just damage the tip. Balls. Well, that sucks. And that was a brand new one. You could use a bench grinder, which is probably what most people do, but I don't have one of those. I just have a simple cutting or grinder here, so that's how I do all these ones. Gotta take this end off here. Got a nice point to that. There we go. You should probably wear long sleeve shirt, unlike me. I'm gonna have one heck of a burn tomorrow. But safety third, right? Oh, I can't see anything. Yeah, I need to turn my welder on. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Turn this puppy up. Let's go to 110. Is it 95? Wasn't quite. Oh. Come on, helmet. Okay. It's probably not going to fit so well because everything is going out, and it should, right about here, it should start to bend in. So that might not fit so well, but we'll try it out. Just want to see if this thing. So yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to bend this in right here, which we're probably gonna do with a torch, which most guys don't recommend, but that's all I got. So, anyways, that's what we're gonna do. I guess we can weld it in and then bend it. Whoops. Good morning, guys. It's another day. I've decided to wear long sleeves because yesterday I got burnt. My own fault, obviously. So what we're gonna do today, I couldn't find a tube bender, which I was hoping to find. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close up some of these gaps here, or we're gonna weld the back here, weld here, and then welded the rest of the pipe here, get it ready for cleaning, and then afterwards I'm going to show you sort of a simple way. I was going to try to use heat, but a couple of friends of mine said, why don't you just do some relief cuts and bend it that way. So that's what I'm going to do today. No freaking way. Well, I didn't think of that. Alright, what I'm doing right now is pretty dangerous. I'm just gonna wear the old face shield. So what we're gonna do is we're going to heat this up with a butane torch here. Hopefully it gets hot enough. Then we're going to put some solder in. And then take this wire and go connect. It's not going to be that easy. It might explode, so let's see how that goes. And that's how you do it. You just wait for it to dry now, and then you can trim all these hairs off, because I did such a terrible job. Feel free to leave the hate in the comments. But yeah, that's how you get her done. So, didn't turn out as bad as it could have, but this is a dangerous procedure, and I've got heat shrink to go over top of this. Now, I can't actually pull that apart, so that's good. I also can't let it touch my bumper. Okay guys, so we had a little fail, a battery fail here. I'll throw a picture up, show you what's going on. The old Optima battery, it came out at a whopping 61 cold cranking amps, which is not good. So we're going to go ahead and slap this new battery in. We also made a couple changes because we're not 100% sure if some of the problems had to do with the fact that the cables were the wrong size, so we went and upgraded those. So we'll show you all that right now. I just have to grab my special trunk key. So we went from a very piddly 4 gauge to a 3/0. So that's a considerable step up. The other thing we did is we went to a night switch. So now inside the car, we can turn this thing on and shut it off. So we're gonna go ahead and put this battery in. Now that I know it's gonna start, I can bolt this thing in. Night switch on. And that's how you make this beautiful beast purr. Put a new battery in it. All right. Now that we've got it running, we can continue on doing some other things. And oh, what a beautiful sound. What a beautiful sound. My goodness. My goodness. Turn that off. No power. Stop recording. I can't actually find the right size bolts for this, so we're going to use the right size bolts right here. One time use bolt. One time use. Okay, so right in here, we put a piece of cardboard in, cut it out, so we can fill this hole in with some steel. And then, so that's what we're going to do right now. We're just going to trace this out onto steel. Of course, it's going to have to get cut in between the line to fit in here, and then some more is going to have to get taken off because it's going to be thicker. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so we welded this piece in and put this rod on just to sort of help me line it up. We've got this piece in now. I can bust this off, and then we're going to start on this other side here. What we want to do is we made this little T, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide it right down here, and then we're going to weld it in place. And then when we get the bar in here, then we can drill through this metal into here, and we can use that to bolt everything in place. And it should be a lot stronger than obviously than if we didn't use that. So next we're just going to weld this up and then nip these corners off after we're done. Okay, so we're getting this welded in. I put a couple pieces of flat bar. I tack welded them in place here, and then started to weld the bar in. It's a good idea to measure your bar twice, 3 times maybe, and not just eyeball it like I did, because I had to really build up that weld there. I cannot believe it was that off. It is going to take a lot to make that weld look nice, as well as the one on the other side. But the key is we've got these pieces in here, and what I can do next is I can grab my center punch, knock a couple holes there, and then I can drill through into the metal that's sitting behind here, and then I can thread through that plate. That's what I'm going for, so that I have something to thread these bolts into, and that way this is removable. And yeah, I can finish up welding this. I want to make sure I can bolt it in place afterwards, because I had a little bit of trouble with this bar once I welded it in place. And sorry for not showing you how to do the relief cuts on this, but I'm kind of short on time and I got a lot to do. I still have to finish the brakes and wire in some switches, so we're on borrowed time. It's fairly accurate. Okay, so now we've got some holes drilled and tapped both sides. We can finally nip this off, take this bar and weld up the ugly. Good morning. I am trying to dust this up here. Get my bash bar, or this is the rad support. It runs. This paint runs really. Look at that. There's some runnage right there. Yeah. Maybe you can see it. Maybe you can't. Just doing a quick dust up here. It looks presentable. So we're gonna carry on trying to get the rest of this done. We're gonna focus on our list. First time I've mentioned it, I know, but always make a list. So you can see here we actually have all of our switches in. Before we had all of our switches sitting like this one. So just up on the dash there. So we've wired it all in. Done a better job. We ran all the wiring for the headlights into here. And anyways, we need the headlights for sure, because it's gonna be dark. And we do have a one for our wiper, but we don't have it powered up. I just wanted to make sure that we wired up the wipers so that if there was a problem, we could just take the power from the headlights to the wipers, and hopefully we don't have to use them both at the same time. And here we have our wipers hooked up. We tested it to make sure it works. One of the other big things, as you guys just saw, is we finally finished this up. We bolted it together. It was actually fairly close together. And we got the bar all mounted. The bumper was zap strapped to the bar because we're having some trouble because of when it got ripped off last year. Tore all the mounts for the bumper, so it's all held on. This headlight we also wired in, so it's all done, ready to go. And yeah, I don't know what else to show you guys. So you have to tune in the next week to find out why that is out of the car. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification right down there at the bottom. If you want to see something else, please leave a comment or let us know how we did. Until next time, have a good day, and we will find out next week why the diff is out of this car. Take care.